No matter what you feel like your mate is doing better, there's something you're doing that person can do. That's how God has created everybody in such a way that we are all different and we have different skills. There's something you can do that person can do. Now focus on you, like, water your own grass or something. Don't, in the process of comparing others, you lose sight of yourself. So focus on you. So that all that energy that you're using to focus on other people, if you focus it like that energy, channel it to yourself, you would bloom.
Hi guys, welcome to the Women with Audacity podcast. I'm your host Kwalumi, and as per usual, I have a gorgeous guest with me. I'm very excited. I have a stunning guest. You guys, you don't even understand. When I say somebody is stunning, she's stunning. I have the Teminikan in the house.
Hi guys. Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're so I don't know, there's this very peaceful aura about you. That I love. Do you get that a lot?
Yeah, I actually do. I do.
Yeah, but welcome.
Thank
Welcome to
you.
the Women with
Thank you.
Audacity pod. So we're going to be talking about knowing your worth today. So when you hear that phrase, knowing your word or sentence, what do you think it means?
So when I hear knowing your worth, it basically talks to me about how deep you value yourself.
Mm,
Like value basically
yeah.
how much of yourself you think is important.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it also means love. How
Mm,
well do you love yourself? Because for you to know your worth, you first of all have to love yourself.
yep.
Love, value, then know your worth.
Mm,
That order.
I love that.
Yeah.
So when would you say was the first time in your life, like maybe in your coming of age process, growing up, when was that first time that you realized your own self-worth?
It took me a while actually, because as a skinny person, literally, I'm going to come from that angle. As someone that doesn't have much, that is not big. I
Mm,
used to really be skinnier than this, so that phase was quite tough for me, where people would just be like, "Oh, sisi baleme," like, bah, all those things, and then
yeah.
you literally had to struggle to even understand that beauty is beyond all of those
Yeah.
things.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me just realizing that those people's opinion don't matter for me
Mm,
to now start to just look within myself and know that I'm a very beautiful person,
yeah.
whether or not what they say is is what they say basically. So before you can even realize your value, you literally have to look within yourself first. If within yourself you don't think you are worth it,
Mm-hmm.
then no matter what you say outside,
Yeah.
it's just all it's just all fake. You
Mm,
need to actually believe it for it to be able to spread out of you. Once you believe it, it should just come out of you like effortlessly. And then when you see someone that knows their worth, you can see it in the way they smile, in the same in the
mm,
way they walk, in the way they even
true.
speak.
Yeah.
You can just feel it. So it took a lot of time for me, and I was already I think 19
Mm.
before I was able to know that, okay, you know what? I'm actually I'm a very beautiful person, and
Yeah,
I,
body.
I don't care what people have to say
Yeah.
about how I look.
Yeah.
And that is it. Yeah, it took some time, but eventually I got around to it.
Yeah. And I love that because you said it has to start within yourself.
Yeah, so,
And I feel like in this generation, especially growing up in this generation with social media and everything, it's very easy for you to seek validation when it comes to your self worth. If somebody online hasn't said you're beautiful, or if 1,000 people are saying you're beautiful online and you see one comment that says
that one is
otherwise,
going to drag you down.
yeah.
That's it. So it takes you actually knowing first,
Mm-hmm.
so that when they say it is not shaking you, because social media is like a home for trolls. Like, some people will literally create fake accounts
Girl.
just to,
Mm-hmm.
like, troll you. You'll be
Yeah.
surprised it's even a friend, or just to see
That's
how
sad.
it's to shake you a bit. But you just need to learn to develop that skin
Thick skin.
and not care, because you know deep within yourself what you are and who you are.
Yeah,
So yeah, you shouldn't allow those kind of things to get you to yeah.
true. So how do you maintain, or rather, how do you protect your self-worth in your career? Because you're a model and one of our very popular top models, if I must say. And I know that that must come with a lot of eyes on you, and you're also an influencer. You're constantly posting yourself, things you enjoy, influencing people fashion wise, lifestyle wise, and there are a lot of eyes on you. How do you protect your self worth?
So, the first thing that I've realized, the first thing I realized is no matter how much you think that people love you, there are still people that don't like you.
Mm,
There would always be people that don't like you. So, first of all, you need to just put that group of people, wrap them in a piece of paper, roll it, and trash them. They don't matter. Don't ever entertain that thought, because once you let that thought creep in, it will reduce your self-esteem.
mm,
Once you start to be people pleasing, like you just want to do things to please people, you can never ever please people. I mean, we all know that story of the old horse owner riding on the horse, people complain, walking beside the horse, people complain.
yeah.
The later allowed himself and the horse. People, you can't please people. So
Mhm.
if you have that behind your mind, then you just keep doing you. So my second rule is to do me. Like, as
Mm,
long as I know that I'm enjoying that thing that I'm doing, whatever anybody thinks is none of my business. Then the third thing is also practice moderacy.
moderacy.
Moderacy, yes.
That's
I
interesting.
believe that as humans, there should be that level that you shouldn't pass. I mean, I understand that we all have like our ways of doing things,
Yeah.
but there should be that thin line of between moderacy and decency.
Mm,
Do you understand? There should just be that line, and that line would always let you know that. I mean, it differs for everybody. I'm not saying that there's a gauge. I'm not placing a bar that my own moderacy or decency is different for everybody. But
mhm,
for me, what works for me is that I just put that bar there. Like, there's this line that I don't cross, because
mm.
if I cross it, then I'm no longer even pleasing myself.
Yeah, you're just doing it for people.
Yeah, I'm doing it for people then. So once you have that bar and then you know that you did that thing and you are still on that bar, whatever it is you're doing, you're good.
Yeah.
You're literally good then, because pleasing yourself is more important. Like, you need to just know that this thing I did is making me happy. So
Mm.
long as that thing that you're doing is making you happy and you're not feeling any sense of, like little bit of guilt here
Not
and there, then
questioning
then
yourself.
questioning yourself, then you're good, you're on the right path.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
love that.
that's those are like my own little principles and how I get by with it.
Yeah, so have you ever had to like cut anybody off in your life to protect your self-worth? Like even friends, because I've heard stories of people that have had to like cut friends out of their life because they're constantly saying something like not bad about them, but they are picking
Bringing
at
them
them.
down.
Yeah. And like playing with their self-esteem. Has that ever happened to you?
Well, trust me, at different stages of my life, I mean, I've even had to like stop speaking to family for a while.
Mm,
Because sometimes the energy that you get doesn't allow you move forward. In a case where you're feeling like there's a particular person or a particular group of people that whenever they talk, you just start to feel negative,
mm,
then I would advise that you cut them off. I've had to. Friends, very close friends, best friends. I've had to. I've had to. And to be very honest, it has made things much better. So if you are the type of person that you feel like, yeah, cutting that person off is going to make you feel better, then I won't advise that you cut people that are trying to make you a better person off. Even
yeah.
if the way they are trying to channel or pass the message across might not be as good as you like,
Mm,
but there's that human part of us that just tells you when someone is doing too much or not doing enough. So when the
yeah.
person is actually trying to correct you, even though it's negative, there's a part of you that will tell you, actually, this person means good still.
Mm.
But you can also tell when the person doesn't mean good
When it's
again.
coming from a bad
So when the
place.
person doesn't mean good, then please cut them off.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I've heard a lot of people say this, and I'm always like, I feel like it would be hard to like cut people off because I don't know, especially when it comes to family, like you
Mm.
said, because for every family, I'm sorry, there are just some people that will definitely
Always.
come for you out of I don't know, maybe their own insecurities or just wanting to like control you and stuff. But yeah, I think it's very important to know how to sieve the bad people from your life from good
It's very
people,
important.
especially in your
Extremely
formative years,
important.
because you don't want all of that noise.
Trust
So I
me.
totally agree with that.
Mm.
So let me ask you an interesting question. If you were to describe your brand currently in 3 words, what would they be?
My brand currently, your comment,
No, currently.
currently.
Yep.
Um, the first word would be a very focused brand, because I know what I'm doing. and I'm just heading in that direction.
Yeah.
And then 2, it's a very specific brand. Like it is me specific. Like I'm a very particular person. I know what I want and I go for it.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by specific. And then the third one would be a very classy brand, because I like that, without having to shout so much, you can just tell that this person is a classy, on-brand person.
Yeah, person of
Like
quality.
you won't read ratchet when you see me. So I don't like that energy, that ratchet. I don't like that energy. So I like class. I just like that you see me and you can tell that this is someone that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
So classy, focused, specific. Those are the words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Because the first time I came across like your Instagram, because I've been following you for quite a while.
Yeah.
And which is why I even chose you for this particular topic.
Okay.
Because I noticed that you do like ask me anything on your stories.
Yeah.
And there are times when people ask you questions about, they are dealing with like a lack of confidence.
Yeah.
And you're just always like, know who you are. Like,
First
know
of
your
all, it's
worth.
important, yes.
Yeah, so I
It's
would
important.
describe your brand as very authentic.
Yeah.
And I think we need a lot of like authentic brands. I think we need more like people like you, more brands like you, especially for young women.
Yes, please.
Because I feel like, again, with social media, it's very easy to see somebody's life and be deceived.
This can't be preached enough. It can't be talked about enough.
Yeah.
Like you need to be real. Like, and it's hard to actually find so many people that are living their life exactly how it is out there. You need to like just see those, you see that it's up some days, you see that it's down some days. It's very hard to, see those things on social media. But you need to know that those things happen. Like it happens. Your favorite celebrities cry just like you cry.
Yeah, they are human
They have
beings.
their down moments too.
Yeah.
And people just see us having enjoying life and seeing like the way we just go our party and think that it's all roses. No, even roses have thorns.
Yep.
So it's very important to just like literally just see past those things sometimes. It's very, very important.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah, which is why we need more authentic influencers and brands, to be honest. Now, I was reading an interview with Yellow Life that you did, I think, last year in January.
Yeah, last year.
And there was a question that stood out to me, or rather an answer that you gave that stood out to me. They asked you what it would take to be a successful model, like if you were to give advice, I think. And you said something about emotional development and self-development. So I want to ask you, what do those two things mean to you, and why did you say that?
Okay, so as a model, the first battle, in fact, the major battle that you might have to fight is between confidence and depression. Yeah, it's actually a very crazy world, because people expect so much of you. Your agency expects so much of you. Your manager expects so much of you. Then if you're already a social media sensation, they expect so much of you.
Yeah.
So now you'll be struggling between, am I doing enough? Am I even there yet? What I'm doing, does it have any meaning? After this phase, what's the next phase for me? But I encourage young models to live in the moment. You are young, enjoy it. Absolutely soak yourself in it. I for one person, I've been doing this. This is like my 9th year doing this. And I promise you, I literally did not know that I was going to be a model for nine years. Like, how? I literally always thought, my 5th year, I was like, maybe by next year I'll be done. Maybe by next year I'll be done. That's how I keep saying it. But the good thing is that you need to learn to keep reinventing yourself. Keep reinventing yourself, keep going with the flow. Don't stay stuck in one place. So it's very important after you've developed yourself, because it's the way everybody fights this old depression, I'm not confident thing is different. But I would tell you to first search deep within yourself, find that reason why you feel that way and defeat it first.
Yeah.
Because if you don't even know the reason, you ask some people, why are you sad? I don't know.
They're just sad.
They're just sad. You need to have a reason. If you don't have a reason, then that thing will keep beating you up.
Yeah.
So you need to first find that reason, then beat it. If you know that you can't find it, then don't dwell on it. I always tell people, if you know that there's a reason why you don't have any reason for being sad, then don't dwell on it. Find a reason to be happy and be happy. People tell me is way beyond that. But I promise you, depression is a sickness. It's just like a disease. It's a normal, like, it's just the same way we have headache, malaria. You need to find your treatment for it.
Yeah.
And once you allow it, like if you embrace it, then it's become a part of you. Literally, the reason why depression gets worse in people is because they embrace it. People don't know, but there is a point in your life when you actually embrace it, love it, enjoy the solitude that it brings.
Yeah.
So you need to learn to actually push it away and find a treatment. Like find that, force yourself to be happy. Like it's not easy as an adult to be happy. But force yourself, like it's just like the way you walk, the way you fuel your car, the way your car can't just, if you say, okay, your car should just be driving itself for years. No, you need fuel.
Yeah, you need to maintain
so you
it.
Exactly. So you need to maintain yourself as a human being too. When you feel that way, fuel yourself, find something, a reason to be happy. So as a model, these are like major things that we fight. These old questions, are you enough? What next to do? That's where you now need to like develop yourself. Like you just keep telling yourself, don't worry, let me pass this phase first. The next phase will sort itself. So if you don't have that mentality, it might be very hard for you to juggle the job. And then along the way, you just quit because you'll be like, I beg, I can't even come and shout. Self-development is, that's like emotional development. Now, self-development, you as a person, what are you adding to yourself as a brand? What do people know you for? Like, what are you doing that someone else cannot do?
What's unique about you?
You need to develop yourself to that extent that you become a brand yourself, where people be like, oh, it's Teminikan that can do this, it's Folawiyo that can do this, it's Bola that can do this. Like, let yourself be distinctive. Let's be known for something that, others can't do it the way you do it. So have that thing to offer in such a way that you develop yourself in such a way that brands can't really do without you. You're not disposable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very key.
That's the key. Make yourself so indisposable that people will be like, see, we don't have a choice. Let's just use her. Even though our money is high, just use her.
She's worth it.
That's it. So it's actually very, very important. And the different things to do this it's a very, very long list of things, which I don't know if we want to be discussing here. But it's a very, very long list of things. You have you investing in yourself, hairs, clothes, skin. There's a whole lot that goes into that, where people see you and be like, this is someone I want for my brand. This is someone I want on my billboard. So those little things, they are all like, they all come together to like make it all up.
And I agree. And I think even outside of just like modeling like career, just as like a young woman, I feel like what you said about self-development is very key.
Yes.
And it will even help you avoid things like comparing yourself to the next woman. Because if you're constantly taking care of yourself, you are spending time with yourself, you're spending enough time to know yourself, know what you can bring to the table. So when you walk into any room, you don't feel less
you are
than.
who you are. Do you understand? You know that there's something you're bringing to the table that nobody else will bring to that table.
Yeah.
No matter, even, I always tell people, see, no matter what you feel like your mate is doing better, there's something you're doing that person can do. That's how God has created everybody in such a way that we are all different and we have different skills. There's something you can do that person can do. Now focus on you, like, water your own grass or something. Don't, in the process of comparing others, you lose sight of yourself. So focus on you. So that all that energy that you're using to focus on other people, if you focus it like that energy, channel it to yourself, you would bloom.
Yeah.
It's very important to just, as a woman, see yourself as a project that needs all of your attention. Comparing, gossiping, leave all those things. Let yourself be your own main, your project. And trust me, it would be quite easy for you to keep moving up.
Yeah.
You will just be moving one step at a time, but you are moving still. So it's quite important. Focus on yourself.
Yeah.
It's important.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, the name of this podcast is Women with Audacity.
Yes,
and I always like to ask my guests this question.
Yeah.
When was the point in your life where you felt like, you know what, I'm just going to do me? Like you just had the audacity to do you. Like you were just like, you know what, everything else can rest. This is my time. I'm ready to do me.
So this happened when I made my first 1 million.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was in 2016. Yes. So when that money came to me, the money was paid in 2 parts. So I got 500K first. That energy just rushed. By the time I got the other one, I was like, you're a millionaire, baby girl.
Exactly.
Like nobody should talk to you anyhow.
Yeah.
I mean, at that age, and I mean, I had support, but in some way, I didn't have support. I don't want to say I didn't have support. I had support, but I didn't have support regarding the career that I decided to pursue. And my family were just like, this thing is, the old perception about modeling. So it took a very, very long time to convince them that this is a career just as much as engineering and everything. So
Typical
when I got that
parents.
money, I was like, I chose this, and I'm going to stick by this. And since then, I promised you, I've not even looked back.
Yeah,
I've
no
not looked back
regrets.
since then.
No regrets.
It's been amazing since then, I promise you. Because it just took me knowing that I'm on the right path.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the amount of hard work that went into getting that payment for that job, and the fact that I didn't even know it was gonna come, I didn't know that I was gonna get picked, and eventually I got picked and I got paid.
Yeah.
It just told me that I'm doing something right, and that was where the audacity came from to just keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So are there any women in your industry or outside your industry that inspire you?
Trust me, I can only speak of one person, and she's not even a model, Michelle Obama. I
Oh,
just love that woman.
Yeah.
I love her so much. Like, she speaks me because she's that woman that you literally want to just be. She's it's just I don't know how to explain it, but she's a good figure.
Yeah.
When you look at how she handles her marriage, how she handles political matters, she's still fun, lively,
Yeah, she still has a
living
very
her
nice
life.
personality.
And she's effortlessly herself. You can't see
Mm.
Michelle trying to channel anybody. She's herself.
Yeah.
So that's why I love her so much. And she's one person that I strive to be because I'm not trying to be her. I'm just trying to take things from her.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And she makes it easy to learn from her. She doesn't really, if you read her books, like she doesn't say that, oh, this is how she does this. She literally just advises that these are the steps that you can take to be a better version of yourself, the kind of things that you should put your energy into as a woman. She's an amazing person. And she's that one person's work ethic that I know that, yes, I want to emulate growing up. Yes.
Yeah. That's amazing, actually. And again, one thing I can connect between her and you is authenticity.
Yeah, she's authentic.
And
Yeah,
I
very,
love
very
that.
authentic. She is.
Yeah.
She
So
is.
you've dropped a lot of gems. And I'm so happy that you're here today.
Yeah.
And so there's this thing I do at the end of every episode. Oh my God.
Okay, looking forward to this.
I give my guests this jar. I give them a piece of paper, actually.
Okay.
And I tell them to write a cheeky little message or words of encouragement to my next guest. You don't know who she is. And I have one here for you that my previous guest wrote. I'm just going to hand you this.
Okay.
No pressure.
No pressure, she said. Okay, let's go.
I'm sure it's going to be good. I always say it. My guests are very sweet. Okay, done. So if you can just fold that and I will put it in here. Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
So now I'm going to give this to you to read out from my previous guests.
Alrighty. Oh, this is so cute. So it says, "You're beautiful and you deserve to be here, queen. If they don't open the door, create it."
Wow.
Oh my God, this is so beautiful. I actually posted something like this in my stories today. I said, if the door won't open, then we'll break it down. So this is literally just confirming that life is, oh my God, this is so beautiful. I don't even know who this is, but thank you so much for this amazing message. Yeah, I'm honored to be here, actually. It's been a pleasant time. And yes, if they won't open the door, we will create it. Thank you so much.
Facts. I love that. And I'm sure your message is just as sweet for my next guest.
It is.
Yeah. So I'm going to close off by saying thank you for being here
Thank you
today.
too. Thank you too.
And you're amazing. And you're inspiring a lot of young women. So please keep
God,
having
do
the
that.
audacity to be yourself and to just be wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So that's it from us today on the Women with Audacity podcast. Don't forget to follow, to subscribe, to like, and to share with a woman with audacity around you. Bye.